Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on SHMX. Before I get started, I would like to note to please check my IRP disclaimer. With that being said, very interesting chart here that's shaping up. It's got what I like to call the stair-step pattern forming, and that's been going on for basically the past 2 to 3 weeks, and that's always a good sign, and I'll explain what I mean by that in just a second. But you can see that right now the price is essentially going through a consolidation period. I had this big volume bar here where the bulls really exploded, and then volume has dropped off like you would want to see it during this current consolidation pattern. So what is this stair step that I referred to? Well, if we put on our imagination caps, you can see that here in late March, the bulls finally stepped in here at 20 cents and said, all right, that's enough. This is where the low is going to be. And sure enough, that is where the price bottomed out and then bounced from there. A very nice bounce, actually, from 20 cents all the way up to 26.5 cents. And then it did pull back. But the key to that pullback is looking at where the price stopped at. So as you see right here, the price stopped at 22 cents. So what's the big deal about that? Well, let's keep in mind what this is telling us. So on level 2s, instead of people being able to pick up shares at 20 cents on the bid, if they wanted a chance at shares, they now had to up their bids to 22 cents. So that is a higher low, and that's the name of the game right there. That's what you want to see. You want people on the bid over time to have to pay more and more for the shares if they want to try to get them on the bid. So from 22 cents, nice move here all the way up to 34 cents. And then once again, you can see that during this pullback, people wanting a chance at shares have now had to up their bids to 25 cents. So right here, using our imagination, you can see a stair step has started to form in the upwards direction. And assuming you're long, that's exactly what you want to see happen. Now the other thing to keep in mind here is just the volume. Like I already kind of noted this, but volume has dropped off from its breakout day, so that's what you want to see. And if the price continues to go sideways, you're going to want to see volume stay right around where it's at right now. But of course, with any sort of upwards movement, the bigger the volume bar down here, the better. You can never get too big a volume when the price is moving up. So on the note of moving up, where are some obstacles in terms of resistance levels? Well, looking here, the first resistance level is going to be right here at 31 cents. Now, where is this coming from? Well, if we look back through the history of the chart, you can see it acted as a support quite a few times, and then actually when the price broke below it, right here, the bulls tried to bounce back up above it but couldn't quite do it. And then even once again here, the bulls knocked their heads on it. Did get above intraday here, but when we're looking at the daily chart, we care about where the closes are. So you can see that hasn't been able to close above it since back here in March. So 31 cents is going to be the first key level of support. After 31, 34 cents, yes, is a resistance, but I think with a strong break through 31, I don't think 34 would put up too much of a fight. And then after 34, the next resistances really start to thin out, and in fact, aren't until over here up at 40 cents. So as you can see, resistance levels really do thin out, and that's what we want to see. A lot of breakout potential here. Looking down here at the MACD, you can see it is uptrending, so that's definitely giving us nice secondary confirmation of the price action we're seeing. And the higher this MACD goes, the better. Hopefully, it'll be getting above 0 here soon. But it's worth keeping your eye on and using as kind of that secondary confirmer. So overall, SHMX is looking good. Got the stair-step pattern going, and as long as that remains the case, things are going to go well for the bulls. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, thanks for listening.